Thank you, everybody, for joining our webinar today. My name is Ben Victorica, and I'm joined by Michel Prive. And today we'll be talking about how AI can be used to grow your sales at a very accelerated rate. At the beginning of the webinar, Michel will be framing our discussion today, and then I'll provide you with an overview of KnowledgeNet and a demonstration, and then we'll come back and open it up for questions. So if you do have questions, please use the Q&A feature at the bottom of the screen. So Michel, if you'd like to kick it off.
My name is Michel Prive. As you can hear, I'm not from Texas, even if I'm living in Cyprus for now. We have been living here for about 9 years. I am the founder of Sales Leadership Impact Consulting, powered by Sales Xceleration. Sales Xceleration is the leader in the largest fractional or outsourced VP of sales company in the world. We are worth 200 advisors across the United States, Canada, UK. Our firm, Sales Leadership Impact Consulting, has been formed 4 years ago. And I joined Sales Xceleration about 2 years from now. So what does our firm do? So typically, our firm, Sales Leadership Impact Consulting, we are helping CEOs who are struggling with their revenue growth. They are typically facing three problems. They are not closing the deals that they are supposed to. They are not filling up the pipeline to make it up. And the last thing is that they don't have their sales team up to the task. Today, what we're going to be talking is filling up the pipeline. And one of the key aspects of filling up the pipeline is the ideal client profile. So the ideal client profile is very much the cornerstone, very much the beginning of the process. So when I say this, is that you have to understand who is buying from you. If you already have clients, it's very important to look at why they are buying from you, obviously. But an ideal client profile to me is someone who pays, someone who has the right budget, who has potential to grow. For some, it would be they are located in the right geographic, they are following the right aspects of the business, they're sharing the right values. There are many things that goes into the ideal client profile that are pretty much important for you to know. The reason is pretty simple, is that once you define well your ideal client profile, you have to be able then to try to find other clients who would be fitting the program. So how do you do this? How do you go to get the clients which are similar to the one that you are looking for? The traditional way to do this are that you are spending huge amount of time and hours on LinkedIn. I got clients who are paying $15,000. This is after negotiations, but they are paying up to $5,000 a license, minimum 5 license, to go on ZoomInfo to be able to find or identify the right client using the profile that they put together. You can spend a lot of marketing money to do this on Google Ads, Facebook, newsletters, or you hire a full-time employee who will be doing this or paying someone doing this process. So obviously, if we are here today is to talk about an alternative, and this is where Ben is coming to life.
Perfect, Michel. To add on to what Michel was saying, that though there is that spend that our customers are using these other technologies, when they operationalize that and they send out hundreds of emails, maybe with generic messages, they're getting less than 1% of response. It's 1/4 of 1%. And if they have sales development reps, business development reps making cold calls, they're also achieving less than a 1% return of their outbound calling efforts. So how can we accelerate that? Like Michel was saying, how can we deliver prioritized warm referrals, people in your network already that can give you a warm introduction? With KnowledgeNet, we're able to do this in less than 10 days. The goal is, of course, to help you grow revenue and reduce the costs that we were talking about, contact sources and LinkedIn Navigator, ChatGPT, and doing this by leveraging your relationships. The way that it works is we create an organization for your company and we add the users, typically the sales team, the people that are contacting customers. They sync their email and their LinkedIn connections to that KnowledgeNet organization, to your secure KnowledgeNet organization. And then we use AI to connect all of this information going back 1 year and through your emails and meetings and generate the relationship intelligence, generate the connection paths. And then we leverage this to give you insights and provide you with additional uses of AI. The impact is that we're able to provide for you the warm introductions, who in your network's network can introduce you to that person that you're trying to reach, provide you details of who in your network has changed jobs. Maybe a great customer has gone to work for a new company and you're not aware of that, but we give you that insight so you can follow up with them and make them a customer with their new company. Part of this is that we provide you access to 280 million contacts with very detailed filters that match your ICP, so you can find prospects. And in addition to that, the AI-generated email personality profiles, we're able to share with you what customers or prospects have visited your website anonymously. We call that web traffic intelligence. And we can leverage ChatGPT and other technologies to provide customized AI-generated emails. So the key part is leveraging relationship intelligence, providing exact information of how you are connected to that prospect through your existing network. And when you identify that prospect, providing you personality intelligence so that you know how to message, how to meet with this prospect in a way that it's going to be most meaningful to them. And then as you are leveraging KnowledgeNet to write emails to them automatically, it's taken into account the personality intelligence and the relationship intelligence to create highly personalized emails to them. But going back to how can we do this in less than 10 days? Prioritize these leads and have your sales team be able to generate revenue in less than 30 days. And the way that we do that is that we use AI to search through 280 million contacts, leveraging the two things that we've been talking about: your relationships that we build using KnowledgeNet, your ideal customer profile, and then we use AI to deliver and prioritize first and deliver these 1,000 leads, every single one of them with a warm introduction. And we deliver these results. As Michel had mentioned, we've been working nationwide with Sales Xceleration. We have sales in every corner of the US, and we have sales, of course, with Michel in your market there. And so we can provide you with reference customers. One of them also in Houston is CDI Corporation, that in less than 4 months, they closed $14 million worth of business, and it all started with KnowledgeNet. So we can give you the contact information of people to talk to. Part of the way that we are working with customers and accelerating is by packaging up these components. So we provide you with licensing of KnowledgeNet for 12 months so that you can use it a la carte fashion and to generate these emails for the prioritized leads. We provide the 1,000 prioritized leads upfront. We allow you to use the web traffic intelligence for a month. And for this entire package, we charge $1,000. Essentially, it's the same cost of subscription fees for a year, but it's at a significant discount. Number one thing that we are helping them upfront with prioritizing their leads and getting them started, because they all want to grow their business very quickly, and starting that in less than 30 days shows the most impact. But some of you may not have sales teams, but you still want to start. And so KnowledgeNet is priced at $30 per user per month. There's no contract, so you can go month to month. And then once you see value, you could have an annual contract and drop the pricing to $25 per user per month. Let me give you a demonstration of how KnowledgeNet works. Let's say that I am in the plastics industry and I'm an extruder of plastics and I'm looking for customers. So I'm going to show you these 6 different areas of how KnowledgeNet provides value. Nationwide gutter, so I can sell them extruded plastic gutters. I have the KnowledgeNet Chrome extension here on the right-hand side, and if I click on it, I'm able to see information about Nationwide Gutter. And the first thing I see is that no one in my organization has ever contacted this customer, but my network can introduce me. So Joe English has a 2 degree of separation from Renee Grossman. I can click here and I can see that exactly how Joe and I are connected. We've had 7 meetings and 96 emails, and Joe and Renee are connected, and Renee is the founder of Nationwide Gutter. So if I like this connection path and I want to ask Joe for that introduction, all I have to do is click this purple button, write intro email, and it'll package up this relationship intelligence into an email asking Joe to please introduce me to Renee. Once I have been introduced to him, I may want to find out more information about Renee. So if I go to Renee's profile here, I can go to his LinkedIn page. I can click on the information tab, and in the information tab, I can see information like his cell phone number, which I've hidden here because we're on a national webinar. I can click here and get his personality profile, which will help me when I'm going to have a meeting with him so that I can present to him and communicate to him in a way that's going to be most impactful. So if I click here, I'm able to see things that are motivators and drainers for him, the communication style that I should follow, how we should work together, and recommendations of do's and don'ts for meeting and speaking with Renee. All of this, none of this is his profile, but I wanted to show you exactly the example of how this would work. If I close this box here, and if I didn't have a connection path, an introduction like from Joe English, I could use AI to write an email. And this isn't just any email. This is a specific one that's coming from me and my role and information about my company. It's going to Renee and information about him and his company, so it customizes that into a custom prompt in ChatGPT, which is embedded in KnowledgeNet. When I click the next button, it generates that email that I can also customize by clicking here and changing the length of the email or changing anything that I want. So there's an automatic draft. Close this box here and show you how to add Renee to my CRM, because this is a prospect that I want to continue with. I can click this list area and then just add them to any one of my CRM systems that I have. And then if I go back to the company itself and I click the information tab here, then I'm able to see things about the company, access all of the employees at the company, and I can use AI to find similar companies. Again, I'm a plastics manufacturer. I'm looking for as many companies as I can. If I click there, it packages up information about Nationwide Gutter and shows me potential alternatives in the market. I can keep asking for 10 more through ChatGPT, or I can use KnowledgeNet to search over 70 million companies and find in the keyword search of gutters, find 3,293 companies nationwide that focus on gutters. The other thing I could do would be to search people. We have actually now 280 million contacts with the detailed filtering that I mentioned earlier, that you're able to find people in industries and by job role and title to help you grow your business. Michel, I'm going to turn it back over to you here.
Well, thank you very much. That's a very cool demo, and obviously, I can't say how impressed I am not only with the demo but using KnowledgeNet for our own business at SICK and also for clients in different ways to identify profiles of candidates when we are looking at filling up a position for sales or find some markets to help companies to sell their products to the right people. So I'm one of the customers of the $1,000 package and living it every day as well. So thank you, Ben. So talking about what we do, and as it says, we are not doing regular consulting. We are focused on sales, and we are an additional resource when we get engaged. And it starts all the time with an assessment. We want to know what's going on with your business. What do you need? And this is starting with questionnaires. We have assessment for almost all the different aspects of sales, the people, the process, the overall business, and according to the outcome of the assessment, we take actions, or you take actions. One of the assessment, the sales assessment, is a free one, and the link is on our website. Take it if you want to know where you are in your journey. It's free. It takes 10 minutes, 10 questions. Only you and I will see the outcome. The second aspect, when we did the assessment, is we're going to be working on the sales infrastructure. Obviously, it starts with the sales strategy. The ideal client profile is part of it. The ideal client profile, the buyer's persona, the unique value proposition, and I can go on and on the sales infrastructure. It goes up to writing up the job description for sales manager, for a salesperson, an inside sales, a BD, creating onboard programs, creating the right compensation plan to be able to deliver the outcome, the results, fixing or helping to fix your ERP system, in bringing the tools that you need, such as KnowledgeNet. This is sales infrastructure. Then after that, you got the sales management, and that comes where I would be coming into your group as an additional resource to act upon the sales manager, either in collaboration with the sales leader or in replacement or interim. And I will be helping the sales leader to fix the organization, recruit properly. And that leads to the next block, is recruiting. We are offering a full recruiting services, from identifying the right contacts that fit your needs, exactly your needs. We are using tools such as KnowledgeNet, and I strongly encourage you to have a separate demo with Ben about this. And then after that, part of the process is that I will be very much involved in interviewing the candidates. In other words, recruiting salespeople is quite unique, and you have to pay attention on many things before you sign on. So very, very powerful service as well. It costs a fortune to not hire the right people for the right job, for the right purpose. And that's what our experience is bringing. And finally, but not largely, is that we are coaching. Obviously, if you are a company who needs to have your salespeople, or even yourself, if it's for you that running the business as a salesperson, to coach. Through the assessment, we identified sometimes the lack of training for the sales manager, for the employees, and we are offering a full breadth of training and services that comes along. This is when we do on our own. When I'm coming into the company, when I'm engaged as a fractional VP of sales, there's one new service that we just launched. This is it's called the Sales Acceleration Framework. It's as I said, it's a dynamic sales operating system, and it all starts with the sales growth, identifying the right metrics that you need to be able to deliver the business, and in fact helping your company to raise efficiency. So framework is a series of foundation building and quarterly and annual meetings focused on building your sales strategy on its own. Together, instead of having me to be the fixer doing the work, but together now it's not me doing it. I'll show you how to do this as an architect. We'll be creating the sales blueprint that you need, which is very specific for your organization, which includes the ideal client profile, the buyer persona, unique value proposition, etc., etc., and using our talent map to identify if you have the right people in your sales organization, what needs they have to be able to deliver what you are expecting. So the goal of this new offer is to provide you with the tools and resources to build a highly performing sales organization, obviously, and ensure your business and team evolve as your business grows. So it's slightly different than what we had before. It's in complement. This program is made for CEO who wants repeatable and scalable revenues. Obviously, we all want that. But also for the sales leader who need strategic help. Sometimes as a sales leader, you're on your own. There's no one, you don't know if you do well or not. This is helping you, in fact, to structure and building up a very strong sales organization. It's made for business owners who are willing to raise their value or valuation before exiting the business. It's also very handy for private equity leaders or business unit of a large corporation who are struggling at the moment. The team are not performing well. The strategy is outdated. Post-COVID techniques don't work anymore, etc. So the way it's structured is that we come to the company, and instead of being at the company for a certain amount of time, it works this way: is that it's only six days over a period of 12 months. We have the groundbreaking day, and that starts with the management team, where we are setting up the business objective for the next 12 months. It comes not only in sales, but product development and budget and looking at the type of clients. And then after that, the next following days are foundation building days into. This is where, with the sales team, almost exclusively, we will be, in fact, working on all the different aspects of sales. At that time, we already have assessed what is required from the team. We established quarterly targets and revenues and metrics. And then after that, we are meeting quarterly. And until the next planning, the next year starts, we just fix what needs to be fixed, and we continue doing this operation. So this is our new offering. It's complementary because if in the way you need additional services, training, you need me involved to take over for a short period of time, the role as a sales leader, this is complementary. Almost everything that you've seen before on the service plus this new service is complementary.
Thank you, Michel. I will check the chat to see if there's any questions. One question is, can KnowledgeNet be integrated with any of the services from SLIC Texas?
Well, I'll take that question because SLIC Texas is my company. Obviously, yes, it does. As a matter of fact, this on specific clients, a client of mine at the moment, in fact, asked me to create his own engine, sales engine, and we are one of the first thing I did was to buy the $1,000 package Ben was talking about, and that allowed me, in fact, in the service integration with the filling up the pipeline for that specific client and engage directly with the client. So it's one of the aspects. The other aspects is recruitment, as I mentioned before. Thank you for asking, Miguel.
Thank you, everyone, for joining today. We will send you a copy of this recording along with the contact information for Michel and myself. If you have any questions or would like to have a one-on-one meeting, of course, it'd be our pleasure to be with you on a one-on-one basis. Thank you again for joining our webinar. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers.